Everybody to Fallout 4. This is going to be episode 2. Took a long time to actually update and upload episode 1, so I'm probably going to try and knock out a couple of these. Let me know also if 30 minutes is kind of like what you guys want. That's what I like to do if I'm watching TV, so that's kind of like, I don't like 1 hour episodes and stuff like that. 30 minutes is about like as much as I could do of TV at one time, so... alright, let's get going. Sliding door, open it up. So yeah, so basics of attacking, you can use the left trigger to defend. You can't sit here and hold the defend button, so you kind of have to time up when the enemy attacks. Right trigger to swing, and I believe right bump is like a, power attack. It takes some of your action points, as you can see in the bottom right, and the action points just regenerate pretty slow, but there's multiple ways to increase this later in the game. Alright, moving along. Alright, so we got our rad roaches here, and you have another baton in case you didn't pick up the first one. So let's go ahead and attack this guy. Nice and easy, one little swing. You can also get some rad roach meat. Yep.
Roaches? What the hell?
Hey, there's the comment that I mentioned in my last video. So I thought it was back there, but it's actually here, so... yeah, that'd be freaking weird. Let's go into the break room. Again, I'm going to pick up whatever I can. Gotta be careful because you could sit at the table too. Got a couple beers over here. What else we got? We got a fridge, got a hot plate, that's really good. I will be going over what junk is the best. Certain junk is useless. Well, not useless, it's just like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. All junk is very good in this game. Just later in the game, you get so much wood and steel that it's almost like, you know, not worth the inventory space. So in here we got some beds. Looks like this used to be where people would sleep. Don't think we have anything in here though. Could sleep on the bed. Alright, nothing in here. Let's go ahead and check this terminal. This is the recreation terminal. We have an overseer memo. Remember, use of the recreational terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, this privilege may be revoked. Enjoy responsibly. Nice. Then we got the top 10 here. Okay, so you can play the tape or we can eject it. So I'm going to go ahead and eject it. So this is Red Menace. So another fun thing they did in this game is they kind of added like a bunch of little, like miniature games to play. I can't play it yet, but you will... have a way to play it soon is all I can say. Alright, so open this door, continue on this way, get on my baton. I think if you just wait here long enough, that rad roach ends up getting killed by that, but at least I thought. Looks like it's missing. Yeah, there he is. Alright, so I'm gonna go get the meat real quick. Not get shocked. Nice. Alright, let's keep on going this way. Got some more enemies. You see on the very bottom that HUD or whatever shows a red dot for enemies. This again comes with better perception. You can see the red enemies farther.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Let's continue along. We got some more. I see I just defended. Oh, just defended there. Alright, we got that guy. Alright, continuing on. You can actually drink water to restore your health. You see at the bottom left, I took a little bit of damage there from that rad roach, so you can do this only in the vault. Recommended. I only recommend to do this in vaults or places where you have purified water, because in the wasteland, if you do that, you're going to get radiation as well. Here we got some stim packs. This is the ultimate form of regeneration for you in this game. It restores 30% max health, heals damaged limbs, and can be favorited for quick use. This is amazing. I really wish they would come up with something like this. But I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not a doctor at all. I'm actually an engineer just for to kind of give you a background on my knowledge of how things in the world work. So here we got a pistol as well. It's really good. We got some glasses. I'm not going to pick those up.
Is this all that's left?
What else we got here? I'll get on the computer in a minute. Here we have a master locked cryolator case.
Nice. Coming back later for you.
Yeah, so we'll have to come back and get that. It's a pretty good weapon, and it looks freaking awesome, so we'll get that. And I'm going to pick up another pistol, pick up some more rounds. They'll go over handgun combat here in a minute. What else we got here? We got some cigarettes. more rounds. Check mirrors, check everything. And this is like a new thing as well, that like I can maneuver objects and transfer stuff like without going to this menu, because this used to be the default menu for when you looked in dressers or something, you had like cases, anything you had to open. Like I can just take this out of there. I don't have to like enter some menu. It's a lot faster, smoother. Another very good increase from the original Fallout games. Or I guess not original, but Fallout 3 and New Vegas are kind of like my originals. I never really played 1 or 2, so yeah, make fun of me. Alright, Vault 111 Overseer Instructions. I think we already read that one. I can look real quick. Yeah, we already read that. The Cryolator. I've long dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available in a portable, on-demand form. It's my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of the chemicals and components I need to tinker with the prototype. It's a nice way to occupy the time as we wait for the all-clear signal. We already read all that. Overseer's log. So preparations. The final staff orientation is complete. All but a few residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled. Several from Concord as well. Vault Tech supervisors came up this week to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our resident will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time, I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. So, in some people's eyes, they really did think they were doing the right thing. Or not the right thing, but doing something good. It's happened. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Resident admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it. Even the family that waited until the last minute. I'm assuming that's us. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people, they must have been too overwhelmed to question the cryogenic pods. System malfunction. Straight issue with C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations. Realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. The cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault Tech's remote override systems may have sent an error signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. Yeah, so that's insane, because basically, like, this is basically saying we'll have to keep an eye out. Basically, once they evacuate the staff, they're going to leave the residents just in the pods, I guess, for the longest they can, I guess. Supplies running low. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much more than that. Despite my best efforts, people are getting to question what we're doing down here. If people think we could just leave when the 180 days are up, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals are breached that early. The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all-clear. Mutiny. A faction led by the security personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots, I will not open the door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown. We're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves that little food we have left. I've been too damn generous with the rations. If people don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. Yeah, so it's kind of getting brutal at that point. I mean, you know, end of the line stuff. I don't know how humans would turn on each other. Everyone tries to, you know, give these scenarios, but I don't know what I would do, to be honest. It's pretty terrifying. The personal pack. Okay, so yeah, we're back tunnels open. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, that's kind of the interesting part. Like, it's, you know, people that are wondering why you would like to play through Fallout games and kind of imagine the scenario are like, well, that's kind of depressing, you know, but I don't know. At the end of the day, it's still pretty cool. Yeah, so aiming and left trigger, you can aim using your left trigger. Bam. It's freaking awesome. I love that they fixed that from the previous Fallouts. You can also use VATS by using left bump, so I'm going to try that out now. So you can move with the right control stick, the right analog stick, to select different targets, and then you can go to limbs. Basically, everything slows down. It doesn't freeze entirely like Fallout 3, so I kind of like this method a lot better. See if I can go back. Yeah, I would even get him. Oh, I don't. So in the bottom right, you can see like the little red marks show how much AP you've taken. So how many shots you can really get off. And then you run out of. That's like I can't select this more than 4 times, right? From the beginning. I missed that one. Nice. So I will use VATS a lot. It's also a good way to build your critical meter. So now I'm actually out. Nice. Both types of combat are fun. I do like shooting just regular before... whoops. I do like shooting regularly without using VATS. It's kind of more realistic, but it also is nice to just get your shot exactly how you want it for range attacks and stuff like that. Yeah, so you saw me reload pressing X. So let's head this way. Alright, we're finally reaching the end. Oh, this talks about sneaking, so you could do that as well. You could squat with pressing down on the right analog stick. You could see hidden. Oh yeah, and you can press right bump to swing the gun. That's not really useful for one-handed weapons, I think. And unfortunately, most of the partners you get in this game do it all the time, which is annoying. But I think... Oh, what the hell? That was weird. Most of the time, if you want to do a melee bashing build or whatever, I would, you know, probably put a bayonet, which we'll get into attachments and all that stuff later, but I would put a bayonet on a gun, and that would be your method of doing that. This is right where we started. This is the emergency door that wasn't open early, so... Alright, so let's keep on going. So here we get a Pip-Boy. If you remember Fallout 3 or New Vegas, this will be very familiar to people new to the series. This is the portable computer of the future. Kind of like just a giant Apple Watch, right? They came up with it first. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's 2075 Robco. Oh yeah, so this is basically the menu system in this game. Pressing start brings up save, load, settings, all this crap. But this is where you're mainly going to be staying and looking at your status. We'll quickly go through each of them. So this is just your status screen, so it shows the health of all your limbs, your head, your torso, all that stuff. Shows your gun, shows your damage. Next to the gun is that 18, that's your damage that you're doing with the weapon, and then next to the helmet is going to be your energy resistance, radiation resistance, and I think the other one is just bullet resistance, or ballistic resistance, I guess is the better word. And we'll get into those types of damage later in the game. Ballistic damage is obviously just getting hit with a bullet from a gun. Energy resistance is resistance against laser weapons and plasma weapons, which we'll get into those later. And then radiation resistance is resistance to rads, and obviously, like, you'll run into that with water, or you'll run into that with all kinds of stuff in the Fallout universe. You also have your HP in the bottom left, your AP in the bottom right. You could raise those, and then your level status at the very bottom. These are your special points that you picked early in the game. Here are all your perks, which we'll get into once leveling up starts. Here's my inventory. The very bottom left shows my carry weight, so I have 240 pounds. This will go up if you have higher strength. You also have caps, so right now I'm at 0. Caps being the currency in this game. Again, they show your weapon power at the very bottom right, and then going through each weapon has a ton of stats as fire rate, range, accuracy, weight, and value. Value's typically what you could sell it for, how valuable it is. Weight adds to your carry weight. And then range and accuracy are pretty straightforward. It also shows the 10mm bullets are what this gun takes underneath the damage up there, and there's all kinds of different types of ammo in this game. Same thing here in the apparel. You see the jumpsuit is all I'm really wearing, and the wedding ring has 250 cap value. And this will obviously update throughout the game as we get better. Tons of Radroach meat in this in the aid column. Shows stim packs, 30% of your HP. Shows what you could sell it for. Will be in that column a lot as well. Miscellaneous is for important stuff, so here we could play the Red Menace game. This is what I was talking about earlier in the last episode, that you'll be able to play with the Pip-Boy. And here's junk, so this shows you, like, this is what I'm saying, like wood and steel for the ball peen hammer. It weighs 1.5 pounds, but you're getting, like, wood and steel. Like, it's not very useful. I'll pick up all battered clipboards because I think springs are useful. Glass is but, like, fiberglass, that's important. I don't know, cloth's not that important. There's some good stuff. I think I had springs are good. Where's the hot plate? Yeah, so there's circuitry, copper, and a screw. That's an awesome. So I'm going to grab every single hot plate. And I'll go over that as we see more stuff. So I'd pick up like all adjustable wrenches because they're gears. I don't know. Just my preference. You can do whatever you want. The data tab shows quests, workshops, and statistics. So we'll go through this as we need it. In the stats, you kind of have general, so like days passed, hours slept, junk collected, stuff like that. This is kind of just fun stuff to look at like late in the game. Here's your quests, questing statistics, combat statistics. So we've killed 13 creatures but no people yet. crafting statistics, and crime. Again, I won't be doing much of that just because, well, I guess I will be picking locks and hacking computers, but I won't be like pickpocketing or doing assaults and murders and stuff like that just because I'm not really like gonna play that way. Here's the map, so you can see we have a huge world to explore. So get ready for this long Let's Play. And then we also have the radio. So we will do that later. Let's go ahead and watch this animation and get out of the vault.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand
cool.
back.
I really do want to get into, my thoughts of like science and stuff like that with the Fallout universe too. They do a good job, the developers did, of like getting good scientific data into the game because it's a science fiction, novel essentially is what I look at it as. But like in this universe, my understanding of Fallout is that after the dropping of the atomic bombs, and you saw this in episode 1, the world started to use nuclear energy for power more than electric, where I don't realize why we don't do this in real life, because nuclear energy is very valuable. And I think right around the time when people started that, they were just getting scared because of the bombs, right, and the dangerous situations. But honestly, like, if you just put regulations in there, I don't know why. I think I've heard and studied a little bit that it's pretty powerful and like pretty good energy consumption, an energy option, I guess. But from what I understand, again, is they started using, nuclear energy, and the other thing that didn't happen in the Fallout University was the invention of the transistor. So that didn't ever happen in this world. So that's why, like, your Pip-Boy is a huge device. They can't really fit, they can't really make small electronics, which you'll find a bunch of vacuum tubes and stuff like that here, which was another form of, a very old device, which is, wait, okay, so this gives me the option to change anything, so no, we're good.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Oh, jeez, that's such an asshole thing. Those who reserved spots had no idea that they would be cryogenically frozen. In fact, every vault was a secret social experiment conducted by Vault-Tec. Jesus. Yeah, they're pretty terrible people. But I don't know. I mean, like, this stuff is so cool to me. Like, when, the history of science and what would have happened if certain inventions didn't come along at the time they did, which the transistor itself was probably the most impactful invention ever, on our society at least. Created in, like, the 1940s, 50s, 60s. I can't remember, but I'll be quiet for this opening scene. Devastation everywhere. I love the beginning soundtrack and the beginning opening sequence of vaults. Fallout 3 was the same way. As soon as you walk out of the vault, it's like one of the best opening scenes in any video game, in my opinion. And I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this, so I'm going to just rotate for now between episodes. Like, every other episode, I'll listen to the radio, and sometimes I won't, just because I don't have a preference at all. I barely try to listen to the game anyway. Unfortunately, the first episode, when I uploaded it or rewatched it, I did see that, like, I did hear a little bit that it was picking up the gameplay on my mic, so sorry about that if that's going to bug the crap out of you like it does me, but that's whatever. It's not too loud, and unfortunately the volume on my TV is just really loud no matter how low I put it. To throw grenades or place mines, you have to hold the right bump, I believe. So yeah, you could favorite items and stuff like that too. We'll get into that later. But yeah, so a Molotov cocktail, for instance, has 51 damage when you throw it compared to your 18 damage gun. But there's obviously way less of the explosives in the game than there is bullets. So yeah, just got to pick and choose what you want to do. It's funny because you can shoot these birds actually too. It's not an actual enemy that you can shoot in VATS, but they did give you the option to kill these things. I don't know why I laughed there. It was kind of weird. Not going to eat it or anything. But anyways, let's continue on. You turn your flashlight on with so the Pip-Boy has a flashlight that you can hold B and turn on. So here we're going to take some cram. This is a food item in the game. We got a desk fan. Amazing thing to pick up. I'd pick up the coffee pot. There we got our first cap. For now, right now, I'm picking up every single thing I can because we have no junk and no material at all right now. So that's what you kind of want to focus on. I'll mix between going into third person and first person pretty often in the game. So here are all the people that were left that tried to get in the vault. To answer Nora's question, what's going to happen to all those people? Yes, so tapping the left analog stick will let you run. That's pretty cool. If you have your gun equipped for long enough, I love this option that they just let you run like a normal person. You're not always running like this, which I think is awesome. Here we discovered Sanctuary, our old home. So you get points for discovering new locations. And this is Codsworth.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
Codsworth. What happened to the world?
The world, sir? Well, besides our geraniums still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around here. Things will be so much more exciting with you and Mrs. back. Where is your better half, by the by?
She's in a better place.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What?
Yeah, so here's where you learn that 210 years have passed since you entered the vault.
A little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Yeah, so here's where you get introductions to the speech check. At times, people withhold information or caps. You could attempt to persuade them into sharing both. So that's the yellow option. And that, yeah, the tutorial is pretty good here. It shows that yellow is easy, orange is medium, and red is hard. And that's affected by your charisma. So you kind of want some charisma because it is kind of nice to get like that extra lore and stuff like that. But I don't know how much I want to bump it up early just because there's some other perks I want. So let's give it a shot.
Codsworth, you're acting a little bit weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors.
I love the voice actor of Codsworth.
Nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car. How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, sir.
Nice. So we got a little reunion with Codsworth, which is awesome. That someone from our past is still around. It's nice to check mailboxes and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just going to search around the neighborhood for... I guess I don't really know what we're doing. Looking for our wife's killers. So we're going to bloatfly. Smaller the target, less chance you have of hitting it. That makes sense. That is fixed by having higher perception. We got a bloatfly gland there, which is more junk. So this is basically showing off the combat skills of Codsworth. It's pretty good. He's got a saw. Nothing here but a few flies. Yeah, so he's got a saw. I think he also has a flamethrower. Here we have a safe, and we do have one bobby pin. You can pause and read the directions here if you want. I'm not going to explain how to do this. It's super easy. You have two analog sticks. Well, your two analog sticks. You just move this around different locations, and then just try to figure out where the sweet spot is. It's been the same in every Bethesda title, basically, even Skyrim's like this. I do think the lockpicking in this game is like super easy though, compared to other titles.
Yes.
I recommend picking everything you can though. Get your skill up, and you usually get some really good shit. I guess I'll take that for now. All right. Let's continue along. I'm actually going to favorite that weapon. And if you guys can ever figure out, I can never change the stim pack early on until I like have all these other slots filled. It's kind of annoying. I think it's like a bug or something in the game. Because I don't like ever hitting the down button, just using a stim pack because they're pretty valuable, right? We got a gold watch. That's always good to pick up. You can see the houses are just destroyed. Got some more insects in here. Yeah, so there's that flamethrower you just saw. Just annihilated these bloatflies.
Fine then. Mr. Matt, your family is...
Hey, Codsworth.
Mr. Matt, the Mrs. and young Sean, they aren't here.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
You can't give up, sir. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. I shall remain here and
Nice.
secure the...
So he won't be your partner for right now. He wants you to go ahead and head to Concord, which from reading the entries at Vault 111, we saw that Concord was nearby. I do think we're getting close to the half-hour mark, though, so next time on Let's Play Fallout 4, we will probably head to Concord. I kind of want to look around here a little bit. No, I'm probably just going to go straight to Concord. I don't want to get too much into this exploration until we make it back here, so... yeah, that's what we're going to do next time. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys on the next episode.